Are you smoking that COVID weed?
Yeah,
They should have a strain
they
that
actually have it straight.
yeah, they should have a COVID strain and have it just be like, oh man, this will make you cough so much and you won't even be able to smell or taste afterward.
And you're going to be feeling the effects of it for years to come.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. This is Must Be Nice with Kyle Adams and Chad Johnson. That's Kyle Adams over there. Bam. I'm Chad Johnson right here. Flam. Oh, I got this weird fucking. God damn it. I don't know what to do with this crap up here anymore. It's just.
Superman Coral.
I need to hide my fucking self from. I need to pull up another window so I'm not staring at myself. I hate having feedback of what I look like. And
Yeah.
I'd like talk to someone because it's
Mhm.
like, what my hair's doing some weird shit. I'd rather just see it later and go, I should figure out what to do with my hair, but I have no idea what to. This is like the first time I've had my hair this long since fifth grade.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably going through the same thing a
You
lot
do a
of people are
part.
going through.
Yeah, you could do the part like in fifth grade for like photo day.
Oh yeah, I had the straight down part for a while, and then
Yeah.
I went to it's all offsides now. I still have the little video of myself. I went to this barber, and I was like, I don't know what to just can you just cut up the sides so it's over it looks like a clean haircut instead of something that's just too long and it's falling that way. And he's
Hmm.
like, he goes, oh, so you want to look like the guy from the news? And I was like, I don't know what the fuck that means, but I was like, sure. I pictured like a news anchor or something. And then he
Uh-huh.
shaved the sides and like made this part with like this side way longer and this side shorter. And I looked like a fucking like neo-Nazi for like a couple weeks, and I was pissed off. And I was like, dude, I hate this haircut. And then it fell fine, and it looks now. I just look like I'm trying out with the new like what's that fucking game where dudes have white hair? Devil May Cry and
Oh yeah.
which side is it? Yeah,
Do that a little bit.
it's
You look
stupid.
like you might be the bad boy in a boy band right now. Like that's definitely the hairstyle. Like you're
Oh,
like, I don't talk about it.
that's
Like
fine. I can be the chubby NSYNC guy. I liked him the most. What was his name? Joey, I think. Yeah, Joey Fatone, Joey the fat one. Yeah,
enjoy
I
the
liked
fat
him. He
one.
was my favorite.
Maybe that's why they gave him that stage name of Fat One. Oh, Fat One.
Hey, it's Joey Fatone. I swear, he's probably got a burger place now.
Mm. Come into Fat Ones. Have a fat one.
Yeah, like oh, let's go to Fat Ones, and it's like the whole staff is required to correct everybody every time they say Fat One. You know, it's Fatone. It's
Yeah.
Fatone. Sorry. Yeah, but you know, he was no, he's Mr. Fatone. I mean, I that's a complete lie saying he was my favorite because Justin Timberlake is by far like one of the best people in the world.
Hmm. You just
I
like
had
that ramen hair.
he what?
You liked his ramen hair. His hair looks
Oh,
like ramen.
yeah, dude. There's a new guy at my. Let me change the sound option. There it is. There's a new guy at my work that
Blonde
had
hair.
yeah the blonde curly hair and it's bleach blonde up top and it took like every effort for me not to be like, hey, Justin Timberlake hair. That guy just like it was just like the only thing I could think to say to him. I still haven't even talked to him. I work with the guy.
Yeah, you're like I can't. If I open my mouth, I'm gonna say something about your
Yeah.
hair, man.
It's gonna be like the Austin Powers when he's like mole. He's like, yes, I know that I have Justin Timberlake hair. I'm gonna be like, ja, crazy, sexy. Ha. What are
It'd
you?
be funny if you were
That?
like you were holding it together really well for a while, and then it came time for the end of the conversation, and you're just like, bye, bye, bye.
Oh my God.
It slipped out. God damn it.
Sorry, man. I just won't be speaking with you anymore. Actually, I'll just try to play the game where I just don't talk to a employee. There's a few people I work with that I'm like I haven't talked to them. They've worked here for like 3 months and I haven't said one word. And this is pretty fun. This is a fun game. I'm just being like I'll send a nod if I need to, you know. But
Hmm.
there's a couple people that I've not said a word to. Some people have broken it with the happy birthday,
Hmm.
and I've been like, "Oh, you son of a bitch." That was not okay, fine. But
I hate when people notice that it's your birthday on your birthday at work.
Dude,
That's
my fucking boss told everybody.
hmm
Like, I don't talk to people I work with, and I'm not super friendly in general, but or especially at work. So yeah, I got so many people that just like people that I haven't even talked to, and they've been they're like, "Happy birthday, by the way." I was like, okay, thanks. Damn it. Like, now we're talking. Okay, fine. I guess that's fine.
now I have to acknowledge you. God damn it.
Yeah, yeah. So now it's like, hey, all right, fucking cool, dude. I don't know. It's fine. I don't know. I do want to be the it's funny. I was just talking to Ryan Danley about this. Like,
Mm,
I want to be that person more than I am that person of like I'd rather just nobody talk to me and I'll just be, doing my own thing and off in the corner, kind of the silent type. Um,
hmm
but then people talk to me and I'm like, oh yeah, that feels nice.
Yeah.
Damn it. I think that's maybe just a holdover from how I was as like a teenager
hmm
and just like I don't know. It's people dig a dude that is kind of quiet and stoic or whatever. I don't know. I th- I can't tell if I thought that was an interesting thing about me or not as a
Yeah.
teenager. It was just like that.
It's tough though, because then you still need people. You still need people around. And
Yeah, I think I liked the media. Like I liked books and shows and stuff where there was a strong character that didn't like fucking need anybody and was just off on their own. And there's times that I felt like that as a kid. So maybe I just wanted to be that and be like, yeah, that's how I am. But then you get yourself into a community and you can't really be that person. And you're like, ah, shit, what do I do? Yeah, I get
yeah,
that.
I hate that. It's uncomfortable. I hated at the Ram. They kept calling each other Ramley. They're like, no, we're Ramley, everybody. We look out for each
Oh,
other.
instead of family. I see.
And like family, and I'm like, oh, this is the corniest shit. I
Yeah.
hate it so much, and I hate when people say it. And they always ended up saying it like at meetings or like anytime we were like really busy. They're like, "Come on, Ramley, we got this." And I was like, "I hate you guys. You guys all suck. You're
Yeah.
all young, and attractive, and I hate you." It's just no, they were cool. They were cool. It's just, and sometimes some of them would say it like ironically, and they're like, "Yeah, we're fucking Ramley." Like,
Yeah. But when stuff gets like cringy like that, it's hard to be like a part of the team and
yeah, I
without
hate
being
the
like,
group mentality.
yeah, yeah.
It was really hard to be Ramley. I didn't want to be. I wanted to be disowned from my Ramley. I was actually. I got fired from the
Yeah. I
Ramley.
was gonna say it worked out for you. Dude, I did my taxes earlier.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not even February, and it's the first day that I got my W-2 back. I've been like kind of checking it because what I did, and I recommend people just do this because it's pretty sweet. Whenever you're on your computer or whatever has the access to do your taxes, I use a Tax Hawk.
hmm
Uh, so just find your logins and your like whenever you have downtime, and then just save all that shit. That so as soon as you get your W-2, it's kind of like, oh shit, I have all that stuff ready to go because I'm
hmm
usually like that's seriously the reason why I've filed for an extension is because I've been like, I don't want to deal with that whole password thing. I fucking hate it so much. And like just dealing with the whole like if I ever have to call the IRS to figure out something like what's this payment for? I don't understand this. That's my fucking nightmare.
hmm I hate taxes. They stress me out.
Yeah, they stress me out so much. And yeah, having it done early is really nice.
hmm Yeah,
It's
I got my W-2s and I need to handle it. I gotta pay back taxes too though, because I've had some issues.
I think some sort of stimuli is getting shoved into taxes
Yeah.
because I got that 600 and then I filed my taxes and it was like, oh, that's where that money is that they're talking about giving us.
hmm
And so I think it might be worth it for people to get on that.
Yeah, get on it early.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. I think unless someone's in crazy tax debt or whatever, that they should be getting back a sizable amount.
Hmm.
So that's nice.
Definitely.
Rush off and do your taxes.
I had an ex I still have the hole in my wall. She punched a hole in my. Oh yeah, did I tell you about that? She punched a hole in my wall over taxes.
No, I didn't know about that, but having holes in your wall is just classic.
No, it sucks because I'm like I get the fucking Kyle memes and shit, and I don't punch holes in walls. And then the girl I'm dating who's making fun of me for having that name and sending me Kyle memes, and then she punches a hole in my wall, and it's just it's kind of ironic.
Do you have a piece of art over it?
Yeah, I do, but she kind of tried to fill it in a little bit. It doesn't look good. I have to like repaint it.
Drywall patch kit?
Yeah, basically, like a really cheap one.
Yeah. You can get those for like $5, like the really cheap ones. It's got like a piece of mesh that you just kind of paint over and hope that nobody ever touches that spot again.
Well, I mean, they already have like from some of the past tenants, they have like some holes and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't get blamed for that shit. I don't know. We traded management, so all that shit's up in the air.
Oh yeah, so that probably like resets the whole wear and tear kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, whatever you wear or tear.
Yeah, I mean, this place
I've
is
been
gonna
fucking
need
tearing up the carpet and wearing it.
I mean, if that's what you want to do.
That's some wear and tear right there.
We actually don't have carpet. We have a carpet in the living room, but we got hardwood through the whole place.
Hell yeah. Yeah, our bedroom is the only place that has carpet.
I miss it. I like carpet.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'd rather have it.
It's I guess it's nice for us because we have 2 dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Having the wood floor everywhere.
So if there's ever any messes or anything.
Yeah, and like with carpet, you don't really notice how much animal hair's on it until you start like scraping your foot and you go, "Oh fuck, that's a shitload." We have a rug in the living room, and that just gets covered. And once a week, it's just like you drag your shoe on it, and you can just have like dreads of dog hair. And dude, I don't know what she's gonna do with it, but she's collecting Ben hair. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but whatever. She's collecting Ben's hair that she brushes in this giant bag, and she has like so much Ben hair. You know that art, the felt needlepoint art that they have? I wonder if that's what she's gonna get into with it. Make little dogs out of dog. Yeah.
You're gonna make a hat out of it. That sounds about right.
Did you ever go through a clothes making phase?
No, not really. My mom uses tie-dye stuff when I was little. She would get like the actual like hair. She would like tie it and paint it, and it was a pretty fun process. I did that for a little bit with her. I never bedazzled anything or anything like that.
I've always wanted to have like a clothing company, and like a lot of times with my friends, we're like, okay, let's fucking make stencils, and we'll put this brand on clothes, and then we'll sell them, and then people will buy them. And then it just turned out we like to spray paint our own T-shirts.
Yeah,
and then just have kind of custom T-shirts and be like, oh yeah, that's what we wanted to do anyway.
Oh damn.
Which kind of works really well actually. White spray paint on a black T-shirt, you make a stencil, and you go over it a couple times, and dude, that's all you made a T-shirt right there. If you know how to, if you can make a stencil, which get an X-Acto knife and a piece of cardboard, and you fucking did it. It's great.
Yeah, that's pretty easy. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. The longboard that I
doing stuff like that sometimes.
You
like
what?
my dad did stuff like that when I was little. Like I think he made a Batman costume for me when I was little that way.
Hell
like,
yeah.
He had like just a stencil and spray paint and stuff.
All right, Kyle, lay down. He just spray paints your
No,
stomach and
I
chest.
wasn't wearing
Fucking
it.
there you go.
It was Florida, so I wouldn't put it past them. But
Yeah. Put on your cutoffs. I think I had a couple homemade. Yeah. I was Marilyn Monroe one time. My mom and sister made my Marilyn Monroe costume up to the fake eyelashes, press on nails. I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but they thought it was hilarious and took a bunch of pictures. I think that's what the only thing they wanted to do. They were like, "Oh fuck, we want to put funny things on the internet, but there's no internet yet. So
yeah,
we're just gonna dress our kid up." I don't know. My mom and sister both kind of raised me, so I didn't really. They were both older than me, so whatever. Yeah, so
yeah.
we're gonna dress him up and take a bunch of pictures, and then just look at him and laugh. And then we're gonna yeah. So then they like it was like a uh what is it, silver sequin dress, I had on.
hmm
Had a fucking stuffed padded bra and shit. And then they're like, all right, this will be hilarious. It's gonna be great. Go trick or treating now. You're in seventh grade. And so I was in seventh grade and I was like, all right, this will be fun. And then I got made fun of a lot. And then I ran into one of my other friends who was also dressed like a woman, and it was Monica Lewinsky.
Oh my God, Monica and Marilyn.
Yeah. So that was fun.
Oh, man. I remember doing that one Halloween, and I don't remember if I don't know if I was in drag or if it was just my friend in drag, but I think we were both wearing dresses. I can't remember for sure, but we went to his parents' house, and his parents were like really mean to him about it, and they were like, his mom was freaking out, and his dad was like angrily making fun of him and just saying like terrible, horrible, like homophobic slurs and all this stuff. And
Yeah. That sounds
yeah,
that sounds like a dad move.
yeah, it was weird. It was funny though. And then yeah, I remember going out. That was like one of the last times I ever trick or treated, and I was about that age too, like maybe like eighth grade. And
Hmm.
we got made fun of a lot. And I got made fun of just for being with. He was like all decked out. I think he had like a wig and stuff, and I think I put on a jacket because I was embarrassed. And I was, oh man, yeah. And then I never trick or treated again.
I had some I had some pretty fun trick or treating things. I got into mischief as soon as I like probably seventh grade was like right when I met, I guess, the wrong group of kids, and it was
Mm.
like bottle bombs, setting them off in neighborhoods and fucking blowing up mailboxes, fucking like just stupid shit. But I mean, it was fun. Never got caught, and you know, we never did the whole mischievous thing like robbing anybody of their candy
Yeah.
because it was like I don't want to get in a fight. That doesn't sound like fun.
I remember knocking down porta potties a lot.
Yeah, we blew up one with a bottle bomb. It's pretty
You
bad.
blew it up with a bottle bomb.
Yeah, so we lifted the toilet seat, threw the bottle bomb in there, and then just shut the door and went. And it was a big one. I made a bottle bomb. It was like two, maybe three Fourth of July's ago, and they're selling Whistling Pete's at a place, and I was with my daughter, and I bought a bunch of them, and I was like, well, I mean, fireworks are stupid. The fireworks that we have here, and so I think we should have fun with them and do something that's kind of dangerous but fun. And I'm gonna be in charge of it, so you get to see how this all works. And she's like, oh, duh, that sounds great. So I showed her how, and we made a bottle bomb, and then lit it off in a parking lot,
Nice.
and it was huge. And she was like, "Whoa, crazy! You just made a bomb." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, you're 7 or however old she was, but whatever."
I do love
Mm.
fireworks. I
Me
had a
too.
roommate who used to keep them year round, and there was this little vacant parking lot that was right next to the apartment complex, and he was the manager of the apartment complex,
Dude,
and he
they're
was like,
always so shady. It's so great.
he really was in a lot of ways. He was a fun guy.
Yeah.
He had a vial of acid that was in a like hideaway Coke can. Yeah, he was an interesting guy. Anyways, when he died, when he died, my friend's like, "Did you get the acid yet?" I was like, "What acid?" And she goes, "Oh, thank God." And she goes in the fridge and automatically, and then there's this whole giant bottle of it. I'm like, "Holy shit!" But anyways,
Wow.
he had like mortars and all kinds of fireworks like year round, and
Oh yeah.
every once in a while we'd get really stoned or we'd get high on mushrooms. And he's like, "We're gonna light off a mortar in that parking lot." And I'm like, "All right, that sounds great."
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah,
So is Portland, are there just a lot of random explosions
I feel
still?
like there are. I feel like
Okay.
there are.
That's kind of
Um,
a that's kind of a thing here as well. And it's like we're out of fireworks season and I don't know. I don't understand it because it's like I mean, I guess people have leftover fireworks and but I don't
people
know.
have some people have some left over from New Year's because they sell them again on New Year's.
Yeah.
So maybe they're just fucking still blowing shit. I don't know, man. It's
But also
I think it's just
it's
because people are in weird times right now. We don't know how to adapt, so we're just doing a whole bunch of different shit from different holidays. Like,
yeah. Yeah, I guess everybody's just being patriotic, so they're like, I'm gonna celebrate the 4th of July. Every holiday is Independence Day. We have the right to independent our arms. People just building grenades. Fucking God damn.
I just there seems to be an uptick in shootings in Portland right now.
Oh, really?
Uh,
There was a
yeah,
shooting a couple blocks from my work.
you said it's kind of a shady area, right?
Yeah, that's. I drove by it today and I was like, oh shit. Oh, yeah, bummer. But um, yeah, that's that's interesting. I wonder. I always want to look at the data. Like,
Hmm.
show me the data of all of the shootings. Why don't we? Why? How come everybody doesn't get to see the exact data on all of the shootings? So it's like, give me all the stats on this person and give me all the stats on this person. That's
Hmm.
all I want to know. Maybe location, time of the day, but I don't know. Now I'm starting to go down like certain paths. I'm like, so do you think that's like they keep that under wraps so they can just be like, it's all fucking black people shooting everybody. That's who it is. And then we have to be like, oh, okay, that's what you say. All right.
I don't know.
It'd be funny if the stereotype was that like Jewish people were the violent people. Like no, Jewish people keep going and robbing everybody and shooting everybody and
Oh.
they're fucking hoodlums.
I don't know. I think that some of it's gang related because it always seems to be like someone related to some kind of gang activity around here, or
True.
it's just a random robbery or someone who's like all methed out or something. So it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
I don't
And I
know.
mean, if you think about crime, you can always kind of aim it back to like yeah, well, I mean, they're like, well, it was a black guy and he did rob the place and shoot a person. And then you go like, okay, well, tell me the stats of that guy. And then it's like,
Mhm.
well, he lives in like kind of a project area, and it's like, well, why? And well, I mean, he went to jail because he had a joint on him, and it's like, okay, well then that kind of goes back to the same thing. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I mean, it,
It snowballs from something innocent, and then
when
it just
I hate that like that's why I try not to think about this kind of shit because it
mm,
stresses me out because as soon as you start like thinking logically about anything, you go, oh, well, then it's obviously this is the problem, and it seems like there's just a what narrative or a dialogue that's kind of not talked about and evil, and then it's like anybody who says that is kind of a conspiracy theorist. But it's like, well, look at all the. I mean, I don't know. Politics are evil, so I try not to think about them.
yeah.
Same with like religion and well, religion is way less in my head, other than like I think less people should do it.
Hmm. Less people should. Yeah. just opt out of
Hey,
believing in
stop
God.
doing that religion over there.
It's just so hard to argue with religious people.
Yeah.
Like it's because they have a get out of jail free card. They've got a, oh, God works in mysterious ways. Boink.
Hmm.
That explains it all. And you're just like, God damn it! Like, how do you? It's like fighting Superman. There's no way to, there's no way to beat him.
Well,
It's
and also
Superman.
it's hard to. So one of the reasons I try not to think about religion is because like I really enjoy going into a situation that I think is goofy and being in the middle of it and going like, "Oh my God, this is all fucking goofy." But if I went to a church and went to like a sermon, then I would
Sir.
a sermon, a sermon service. I would a Sunday sermon service. I would. I
But
always
they seem
feel they're like always fucking nice, and it's like I don't know. That's the thing that bugs me is like real religious people are nice, but the, they're also really simple. I don't know. That's insanely simplifying it, but
I feel like it can be that way to an extent, but a lot of them are like brainwashed. It almost seems. It seems like
yeah,
that religion got to them first before anything else, and to deny God would be to deny everything they know, and it would be really difficult for them to separate that. And I feel like a lot of people only believe half-heartedly. Like they always talk about people that are deep in like Christian organizations having their faith shook or this or that, and that's like part of it. And um it's almost like AA and those kind of things. They fall off the wagon and they don't believe in God for a little bit and they get back on. It's kind of strange the way they look at it sometimes. So I don't know what they actually believe, and that's what's freaky. Like you think
mhm.
of so many of them, they just go along with these terrible, ridiculous things, and they don't even really believe in it.
Yeah. A lot of it seems opportunistic
Hmm.
and like,
Yeah, they can choose what they like from the Bible or from whatever book, and they just
mhm.
go, "Oh, I like this, and I don't like that, and I think this is more important than this." And
I
I
wonder if
mean,
some
this,
of it's.
you know,
I wonder if some of it's just kind of like a last resort for some people,
hmm
and they're just like, I got no other community that will fucking tolerate me.
yeah. Well, here comes the church.
Yeah, yeah, they'll get you. Man, I wonder. Hmm. I think about religion and the way that it comforts people. This is why I try not to think about religion because it bugs me so much that it exists, but it feels like it exists to just do two things, which is take advantage of stupid people and give people I don't know.
Like a comfort, like an existential rest stop. That's what I
Yeah,
think
I
of.
guess
I think of religion as an existential rest stop.
yeah, and it's kind of like a way to check in with your morals once in a while. I
Yeah.
think I think Catholicism is a little antiquated and
Mhm.
goofy and weird, but then like I have to say they're all equally fucking goofy and weird. I mean,
Yeah,
I learned a lot
they
about
really do have
Judaism.
they really do all have their weird deals.
Hmm.
And it all seems like it's all stuff from history that doesn't really apply anymore. Like the not eating pork is a
Yeah,
thing because pork used to spoil really fast. There's no way to refrigerate it, so it made sense then. Don't they, I think there was something about not eating shrimp in one of the religions, and that's because it's like where they lived, it wasn't smart to eat shrimp for
right.
some reason. It was all something that doesn't really apply to people now. But I
Yeah,
don't know.
I was looking up the like cloven hoof thing and the different reasons for that kind of stuff. when we were doing the whole Hanukkah dealio.
Mhm.
That's, I mean, Judaism is a pretty heavily goofy out of all of the religions. It's pretty up there. I like some of the things. It's really fun to build loopholes into a religion. That's something I haven't seen in any other ones. So it's like if you get a non-Jewish person to do something for you, that's totally fine. But you can't do it. If you like, ask someone to do it for you, that's fine. And that I love that.
I didn't know about that. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called. I think it's just called I don't remember.
I really don't know too much about Judaism, to be honest with you. I just know what I've seen from like movies and TV shows, and I don't
Yeah.
think that really applies. Like I can't really say.
I mean, that's kind of how I learned everything, and it wasn't much. And then I've learned pretty much everything else. Like, from what Emma has said, also the Rugrats Hanukkah special is the most like cohesive Hanukkah story
Wow,
that
I remember
exists,
that.
that's out
I
there.
remember that. I remember seeing that as a kid.
Yeah, and it's like a great one. And as far as like Jewish media, there's like, as far as movies go, there's like barely anything.
Mm-hmm.
There's Eight Crazy Nights. There's yeah, which
You know, that doesn't really do much favors.
uh,
I
there's
saw that movie twice in theaters. Actually,
oh wow, that's funny.
I liked it. I liked it when it came out.
What else? What's the other one? There's a lot of them that are I think they're like straight to DVD quality, but I think one's called Half Court Miracle, and I think I was talking to Justin Amerman about that, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I've definitely seen that." And he like went off about it. Yeah, Half Court Miracle. It's a Jewish basketball team.
Oh,
So I
nice.
mean,
Is that a Disney movie? Like
yeah, it
a
is. Yeah, it
original
totally is.
Disney movie? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an episode of Even Stevens about Hanukkah,
Oh, nice.
and his Jewish grandmother comes back from the dead, and they do like It's a Wonderful Life, but for Hanukkah.
Oh, okay. That's
And
fun.
it's weird. It's really weird.
Um, there is, what's the other one? Oh, Fievel Goes West.
Oh yeah.
That's like a allegory for the Jewish.
Going through the desert.
Yeah, I don't know. What's the word for people coming here, or people
Um,
not pilgrimage, but the opposite, I think.
Exodus.
Ooh, maybe.
Exodus, like leaving of a place to go for better
Yeah,
for
I
the
think
pro.
so.
Yeah, I think it's an Exodus. Yeah.
Exodus immigration, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I thought it was about because they started in New York, and I thought they were gonna do a Wild West one to like the Western expansion or something. I didn't. I knew that they were like Jewish mice though. They were like Russian Jewish mice, right? If I remember correctly.
Oh, you're going further than me now.
Oh, I think they had like a Russian or Polish accent, and I think they were like Jewish mice. Their names are Mouskowitz or Mouskowitz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Bible
Mouskowitz. Oh
Mouskowitz.
yeah, the Mouskowitzes. I came out before I was born. Holy shit.
What 80? It's like 86, right? It's
It
the
is
first
86, yeah.
one. God damn it! Why do I know all these things but not math? What the fuck, dude? Oh, um, I feel like I've learned some stuff about Judaism from watching a lot of Curb, but he's not very like he's even in the show. He's like, I'm not a very good Jew, is what he always says.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not like I know a little bit. I don't. and he's always faking it. That's what's funny is when he fakes it around other Jewish people. I really like that.
Mhm. Yeah, when I was looking up different Jewish movies and like pieces of media, of course, it was a lot of Adam Sandler that came in there. And then one of them was called, it's like, well, this one in this movie, Seth Rogen wears a Star of David on his sweater. So that counts. That's as close as we're gonna get. We're really scraping.
Yeah, they need more representation.
Yeah, I think it's just like I don't know. Maybe they I don't know. It seems like they're not really. It seems like Jewish people are fine like that. They're
Yeah,
like, oh, we don't need. If you don't want to learn about it, that's totally fine because we don't. It's a lot
that's
to
gotta be
take
the
in.
most. That's gotta be the most respectable thing about their religion is they don't try and push it on other people.
Yeah.
Like they're
In
like,
fact,
nah.
they're more like, no thanks, that's fine. We don't want someone asking way too many questions about what the fuck does that mean.
Whereas Christians will learn a really difficult language just so they can reach people that have never read the Bible before. Like that's insane to me. Like they go through such a crazy effort to convert everybody, you know?
Hmm. Oh yeah, like missionaries and shit. Yeah.
And I mean and it's just on like a regular basis too. Like I remember as a kid always getting invited to people's churches all the time and they were just like really pushy, you
Hmm.
know? It was not cool. It did not feel nice.
Yeah, I've had a few church incidents that I'm a church laugher. I think it's hilarious.
Oh yeah,
So
I used
like
to laugh all the time too.
I went to a wedding one time and I was like they're they did like a couple vows or whatever, and then they're like, okay, now we're gonna read some scriptures from the Bible. Which fine, whatever, be churchy. Uh but their scriptures lasted like 30 minutes and everybody was just sitting there listening to one guy stand with two people there and then a whole fucking church full of people for like 30 minutes and he's like monotone as fuck and he's like and then the people and then it's like it was so fucking funny. I swear it was like they were trying to like do that whole like push the envelope of tension so someone freaks out and I started laughing. I walked out to the parking lot and I was just like pacing like what the fuck, this is insane. uh there was my first time I went to a uh, the Bubblies, the Southern Baptist where they speak in fucking tongue.
Oh, the tongues. Yeah. Ooh, Southern Baptists are crazy, man.
Yeah. So, dude, the first time I saw that shit, I was like, I asked my friend whose church it was. I was like, "Hey, what are they doing? Hey, what's going on? Why are they going like that?" And
Mhm.
he was like super serious, and he was like, "Well, that's so they can be closer to God." And I was like, "Does anybody ever stand on a chair?" And he's like, no, it's more of like a spiritual thing. Like you're raising yourself as high as you can go. And I was like, well, I mean,
The chair
it's
would be
about
going up.
it's about elevation. Like that's what we're doing here. And I was just so like, you can't. And then the people who go like, la 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 la, and that's got to be so embarrassing.
Mhm.
Like what the. Okay, yeah, I see. That's why that I mean, like, I don't know.
Have you been to a church where they dance in the aisles? Like, were they doing the dancing in the aisles there too?
No, I've only seen that done as that you know that meme that happened on the internet at weddings? I saw that
Uh,
done at a wedding and I was like, "Oh, it's super cringy when you see it for real."
mhm.
Oh my
We
god.
we got dragged by a friend, and they had people dancing in the aisles, and that blew my fucking mind. I had never seen that
So
before.
is it just free form dancing?
It was just like it was like clapping and singing and like dancing, and it was insanity. It was kind of crazy. Like I was like, dude, if I was a kid, I would almost think that God was real. Like if I saw all
Yeah.
of this. this is nuts.
Yeah.
They're really selling it. Like I think it was Presbyterian, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
I don't
I
know
want
what the
I
difference is.
always wanted to go to like a Southern Baptist black church and just like
Mm-hmm.
experience that. I think I would just fucking love that because it's like,
Yeah.
like I don't have to
So
believe
the
in God
cost.
to enjoy the fuck out of this.
Hmm.
Yeah, it would be like a concert.
No, the one we went to was so weird. Um, and we got in. I remember getting into it with the youth pastor. We said some shit that made him angry, and it was really funny. I, I can't remember exactly what it was, but we said something like, uh, "Oh no, I remember what it was." He said like he said that Satan was gonna chop off the heads of all drug users and masturbators or something. Like he said something along those lines, and I'm like, "Fuck!" Like that's what I said, and he got so mad at me. I think I ended up getting thrown out into the hallway, and I was like, "Dude, I'm like a sophomore in high school. Like, why am I even at this church? Like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna get in trouble. Like, this is dumb."
yeah.
I was like
I like
15.
being above it. Like whatever situation you're in, oh, I don't need any of this, so like I can just be free uh within this place. I went
Mhm.
to a what's the is it Young Life? That's a thing, right?
That sounds like a thing.
Yeah, it's like a church for uh like younger teens. And
Hmm.
so I went with one of my friends to one, and I had my disc man, my Philips fucking awesome disc man, and it had um Offspring's Americana in it,
Hmm.
and I didn't like what they were doing over there, so I just went and like stood and hung out over in a different area, and I was listening to my headphones. And then the guy with the guitar came over, and he was like, "Hey, we're doing a different thing over there." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna listen to my headphones and hang out here." And he's like, "Well, what are you listening to?" And then I told him, and he's like, "Oh, that's not appropriate music." And so he fucking took my CD, not the disc man. He took the CD. And
Hmm.
then my friend's mom picked us up, and like she didn't care that he took the CD. And I was so fucking pissed because I was like, dude, I'm fucking 13. Like
Yeah, it's
I'll
silly fucking.
I'll fucking burn down a church. I'll kill all of you. Fuck you. You just took my goddamn CD. I bought that myself. Sons of
Mhm.
bitches. I'll fucking burn down a church. Fucking take my third worst Offspring CD from me, you motherfuckers. Dude, I loved Americana when it came out, but I could recognize that it wasn't actually. It's probably the second best. I could recognize that it wasn't as good as Smash because Smash was great.
Mhm.
Um, or was it? Smash only had two songs on it. I don't know any other songs other than Self Esteem and the fucking other one.
The Dancy one.
Uh,
It's been a while.
yeah, got to keep them separated. Those two songs are
Oh,
on
that
there.
one. That's the one I thought you were thinking of. I was gonna
Yeah.
say monkey. I was gonna say Monkey Bone because it always makes you think of Monkey Bone. You remember that?
Oh, I see. Is that song in Monkey Bone?
I believe so. I think that was my first exposure to it. I just for some reason I was like, I know that's not the name of the song, but I'm thinking Monkey Bone.
But yeah, actually, I don't know if Smash holds up as a full album. It has two songs that I know. I don't even know if I
Hmm.
like the other songs.
I was
Interesting.
listening to like Linkin Park around that time. Ugh.
I've never been into Linkin Park. I tried to give him a good old college try or whatever, but I think I was just
Depressing, dude. They're depressing and whiny. Like
yeah.
that's the best way to put it. The music's good, and some of the lyrics are all right, but a lot of the music, a lot of the songs wind down to like angry and kind of whiny. It was like perfect for middle school though. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of my the like kids that were just a little bit more collared shirt than I was in
hmm.
school, they liked Linkin Park, and I was kind of into the I was in the white trash music. Uh, like I liked Slipknot a lot, and like
Hmm.
Mudvayne and fucking
Oh,
like
Mudvayne. and I liked
White
Mudvayne.
trash
I
shit.
like
But yeah,
I like
yeah, I
Stained too.
like. Oh,
Unfortunately,
I like Stained a lot,
yeah.
dude. That whole Mud Shovel song, I was like, fuck yeah, dude. This is
I
the shit.
I accidentally pushed a girl in a pit into the mud during Mud Shovel.
Hell yeah.
Florida. I felt bad about it. I picked her up after, but I'm so sorry. I just went into the pit. I was pissed, and I was just pushing in every direction, and this girl just wasn't ready, and she just toppled. Uh,
Should have yelled at her. I'm like, I dug you out of the mud. Like
the
what's
Mud
wrong?
Shovel.
Ah. You guys make out in the mud? That's gross.
No, my
What's
girlfriend at the time wouldn't have been happy. She was.
Oh, sorry, I thought she was you. Everybody's covered in mud. That's the excuse.
Nice.
There was at the NoFX show I went to a couple years ago, 2018, Punkin Drublick. There was a guy there that kept getting progressively more naked, and then he was just fucking naked. And he was like doing the whole, he was crowd surfing, and he was, moshing with everybody, and not one person had an issue with it. Everybody was like, yeah, and like men, women, every fucking person. There was a kid there that was like, oh, and everybody was like, and he got pulled out. They're like escorting him out security style, and there's oh no, they're holding his arms, but he's holding the front half of a pizza box on his like dick and balls area, and the back
Yeah.
is just his ass. And he got like the biggest cheer as he got escorted out of the place. It was
Oh
great,
my god, that's hilarious.
dude. I miss. The thing is, I miss concerts a lot, but I went to Punkin Drublick 3 months after I stopped drinking,
Hmm.
and that was fucking brutal. Because I was like, oh, this is great. I'm seeing Bad Religion, Anti Flag, uh, No Effects, I think some other band. And No Effects did this whole like Philharmonic Orchestra thing, and it was really fucking cool. And I just couldn't get there because I love being drunk at a concert, and I want that to be like a thing that you could just like turn it on for as long as the music's on, and then
Hmm.
be like, okay, I'm done with this, instead of being like, okay, well now it's a whole fucking thing. It's
Yeah,
stupid.
a tough place to. Um, I had I had issues. I had issues at the first concert I went to as well. Like, I kind of wanted a beer, and I was kind of jealous of everyone that had a beer.
Oh, I totally wanted a beer, to the point where I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and it was Pumpkin Drublick, so they gave you get 8 free beer tickets,
Oh
and so
god damn.
yeah, so they're just in my pocket. Yeah, and so I'm like, I'm gonna go for a walk real quick, and I was hitting this weed pen like crazy,
Hmm.
and I like maxed out my weed. It wasn't even doing anything anymore, and I'm like, I'm just trying to get fucking something out of this. Let me just like take it all and hallucinate or something, and
Hmm.
just fucking do something crazy. Nothing. So then I went pee, kept thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? It's only been 3 months. Who gives a shit? I can restart right now, and that's fine. This will be like a nice sending off thing. And then I got to the beer thing, and right before, it was like 4 people in front of me, they were like, "That's it, no more beer," and everybody just got cut off right there. Like 4 people in front of me, and I was like, okay, I guess that's it, because it's like this was like the one reason that I gave myself. I was like, this is the one thing, because like I've loved NoFX for a long time, and like it was cool to see Bad Religion. Kind of, they're very old, and they're very old.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, NoFX, amazing. But that was it right then. I was like, okay, fine. I guess I'm, you know, just not going to do it. And it was fine. It was still a really fun show. Still got to see NoFX. Uh, yeah, it was still great. How do you feel about Smash Mouth?
Oh god. I I must have liked a couple of their songs. I think I liked that. I like that "Might As Well Be Walking on the Sun" song when it first came out.
Yeah, that was a decent song.
I hated All Star the first time I
Yeah.
heard it, and I've always hated it. And it actually turned me off of. Speaking of behind you, Shrek. There's a Shrek behind you. There's a Shrek in Puss in Boots.
What's behind me? Oh fuck.
Actually turned me off
Yeah.
of Shrek for a really long time. Although All Star was actually featured first in one of my favorite movies as a kid, which was Mystery Men. That didn't affect Mystery Men for me.
I need
I
to
love
watch Mystery
Mystery
Men
Men.
again. I haven't seen that fully ever.
It's really cheesy,
Yeah.
and I feel like they use the same composer and the same set from Batman Forever. I'm not certain about that, but it feels like it
Oh,
because it's like
cool.
a lot of it, like or maybe Batman and Robin, one of those two. But there's a lot of similarities. But
Interesting.
it's,
Dude,
it's
Batman Forever was my Batman.
yeah, I was 7 when that came out, so I was like really stoked to see it.
What year did that come out?
95.
95?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I was 8.
God damn it! See, useless information. And
Yeah.
then Batman Robin was 97. First one was 89. Batman Returns was 92. Batman Begins 2005. Dark Knight 2008. Dark Knight Rises 2012. You don't have to check all that.
I wasn't, but I was gonna try to pretend like I was like, oh yeah, you fucking
Oh,
nailed it.
well,
Actually, what I wanted to do was be like, oh, you got those all wrong. No, way off, dude. What are you talking about? I took a friend to go see Batman and Robin, and I was super excited because I loved Batman Forever. Like I loved it. I wanted a Joker or a Riddler cane. I wanted the whole suit. I wanted that whole fucking thing. I loved it.
That suit was rad.
It was so cool. And uh so I took a friend to the second one and I hated it. I was like, oh, what happened to like why did they take the serious movie and make it goofy? And like I didn't even know what had happened before that. I just, that was my first Batman experience. And
Mhm.
then he loved it. And then we seriously weren't friends anymore. Because just because it was like this is the
I
first
think
time
I'm
we're
gross.
gonna hang out outside of like our house area. So like
Uh-huh.
let's go on a a friend date kind of thing. Go watch a
Mhm.
movie. And then we disagreed so much on the movie that I was like, I don't need to hang out with this guy anymore. I don't need him.
Yeah, that movie, I only watch it for comedic reasons or in a comedic light. I watch it in the same vein that I watch the Super Mario Brothers movie because they're both horrible, beautiful wrecks. Like they're
Yeah.
just terrible, horrible, awful, amazing shit shows. Like it's
Yeah, the Mario movie kind of there's it's it's like gross. There's part of
yeah,
me that feels like
it
it's
was
it's
really
just
gross.
so fucking everything's covered in something disgusting.
It's a
And
booger. It's all a booger.
yeah, it's just gross. What's that movie with the we might have talked about this before, but it's called like oh, The Dark Backward. Have you ever heard of this?
Hmm.
The Dark Backward. Yeah. That movie, have you ever seen it?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Yeah, it's this movie. It's just so fucking nasty that I turned it off.
Yeah.
I was watching with Emma and we both were just like, this is like fucking disgusting, right? And it's just like everything is gross. It's like if you could mix Joe's apartment with like,
Oh, I hate Joe's apartment.
oh yeah, it's so hard to watch, but like I liked it as a kid, but I hated it. It made me feel like there's bugs all over me.
Hmm.
But I did see it when I lived in Florida, and so
I
I was
hate
like, oh,
Joe's
okay.
apartment because I lived Joe's apartment in Florida. I mean, not quite as bad as his, but dude, we were like, I would say about half as bad as Joe's apartment, which is
Yeah,
still pretty fucking gross.
people are just used to them down there.
Hmm. Hate it.
Are there people that eat cockroaches? Like for
I'm sure.
there's a guy who died eating cockroaches.
Well,
It's
they're
fun.
nasty. They're bottom feeders. They eat shit and ugh. Ugh.
There was a.
I hate Joe's apartment. I hate Joe's apartment so much. I tried rewatching it. I actually did rewatch it recently, and it was like maybe 2 years ago, and I was like, nope, can't can't fucking do this. It's so gross. It was so skin crawly.
Check this out. In 2012, a guy in Florida, he was 32 years old, choked on arthropod body parts during a cockroach eating contest.
Oh God.
Yeah. Imagine the people that are all watching that.
It was a contest.
Uh-huh.
It
Yeah, so
was
there's like
live.
so he chokes to death. There's like 5 or 6 people around him that are all like halfway like, and then their just mouths are full of cockroaches. Do you think they go like, oh fuck, this is what am I doing? I'm eating cockroaches, and they start like throwing up and like getting, or do they just go like, okay, I'm closer to that TV now?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know how you deal with someone choking on. They have a smell. Have you smelled what cockroaches smell like?
I don't think so. I've been pretty I turn into a little I don't like them. The
Yeah,
fucking if they sneak
it's
up
a
on me,
really
I'm
gross
like, no
smell.
thanks.
The smell, like when you have a lot of them, and there's a lot of feces around, the smell is like earwax mixed with shit. It's like the most disgusting fucking, like, just thinking about it, I can recall it. It's it, it's really gross. It smells a lot like earwax though, like that that real thick nasty earwax smell.
Dude, I hate that I've tasted earwax because I've totally just been like, nah, and then I'm stoned or whatever, and I get distracted, and
Mhm.
then I go to like bite my fingernail or something, and I'm like, the fuck? Oh,
Um,
that's what earwax tastes like. Okay, all right.
I've never tasted it, but I've definitely smelled it.
Dude, you know
I'm
what's
just
funny?
saying, like, I've smelled it before.
Before before all the COVID stuff, I was like every single set that I was doing, I was talking about how like biting your fingernails and eating your boogers is beneficial to your health a lot more
Uh-huh.
than you think it is. So everybody should be doing it, and that's the way that to like strengthen your immune system and everything.
Uh-huh.
And then this whole fucking thing happened, and now there's probably a lot of people. I mean, I'm that's sounds kind of like full of myself, but there's some people probably that remember that and go like, "Oh, that's so gross now." Like what a fucking disgusting monster. Just cuz like everybody's so, conscious of their as I like touch my face all over the place. Everybody's so conscious of their germs. I guess if
Mhm.
they're of the right-minded people, dude, some of the fucking people I see, it's hard to be in a transaction with someone. Like you go to
Mhm.
their house and you're like, oh, I almost just drove away from a place today. And then he like started waving at me. And
Mhm.
he goes, pizza, right? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, this is the right place. And I looked at the place and I was like, people live there? And he goes, I mean, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. And it was like, I mean, I've delivered to people that live in homeless camps. So I
Mhm.
guess but it was like, I thought that this place had just caught fire and shit. But there's like
Oh,
5
damn.
dudes in a truck. And it was just like such a sketchy, fucking weird, just the weirdest shit.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful with that shit because you don't know if they're gonna rob you or anything. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. I
just
always
get
carry,
robbed all the time.
yeah, I always carry a knife that always practice pulling out and whipping out real quick and being like, okay, I'll fucking get you. I'll fucking stab you so many times. And like, I'll fucking stab a motherfucker. Uh, but yeah, so what I like to do is I like to flip it around so the knife is coming out this side. So then
Oh.
I played enough Metal Gear and so I can like I practice that CQC stance And then people
Yeah.
go like, oh shit, what, this guy knows how to knife fight? And then I go like, all right, fucking come here, come on, let's go. And then you have your hands up like this, because I don't know why. I don't know what this one's doing, but you have this and you're fucking, stabbing a motherfucker, and you're like, huh, what? And then everybody's so scared, dude.
Yeah, my dad delivered pizza for a long time, and he used to carry a little billy club with him, like one of those little clubs that people would use for like a fish, not like a like.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like a fish club,
like a little bat.
Yeah, it's like a little tiny bat. He used to carry that around.
Those are kind of cool to have, because it's just like, if you see one of those, but the person doesn't look like they fish or whatever, you're like, oh, that's you fucking breaking kneecaps.
Yeah, just keep a hatchet in my trunk.
Yeah,
just in case.
Let's just start getting in a fight and whip out a pair of pliers and be like, all right, you ready for this? And then people are like, wait, what are you doing?
I got bolt cutters.
Yeah. Awesome.
That'd be insane if someone tried to rob you and you just whipped out bolt cutters and you just like, I'll chop off your digits, man. Just hold still. It'll take a second.
And then I'm gonna eat them. Yeah, I always just want to square up for a fight and be the person who's like, come on, and then whatever I do makes the other person so scared that they're like, oh, I could never. Nah, but that's just me watching Power Rangers as a kid. That's permanently implanted in my brain.
But then you have to do a backflip. You have to do a backflip away from an explosion and land like in a stance, like this.
Yeah.
Like that.
Gotta start working on my backflips. Fucking stupid.
Dude, it's more flips than fighting. It really is. It's the flip to fight ratio is off the chart, man. It's
yeah, they just watched some kung fu movies and did what they were doing in the movies, and I'm just doing what the Power Rangers are doing. So then it'll just kind of devolve into, when I get famous for my, martial arts and everything, then someone will do that, and then yeah, it's eventually going to evolve into yoga.
That makes sense.
Just non-moves. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Like, how far can I go down this? And then loops back to yoga. I just did yoga before this.
Nice.
Kind of. I hit that point.
Centered?
What?
You feel pretty centered?
I feel fine. There's always a part in yoga where I get like mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened again. And it's always a part where I'm stretching out like my ass. It's like whatever I'm like flexing, you're like bending your whole body so your ass is all tight. I can't bend that way, and it hurts too bad. And then I get mad because nobody else is having a problem with it and I'm having a problem with it. And I'm like, well then fucking I give up.
Maybe that's where you store all your anger is in your ass, and it's just coming out when you're stretching it.
Yeah, I wish I could just fart instead.
Yeah.
Fucking, that's me all day long. Cha-ching.
Just a fuck you.
Thank you everybody for watching. Must Be Nice with Kyle Eisen and Chad Johnson, and we will see you next week. Goodbye.